Hello and welcome to Dragon Morals. There's a link in the description for the full playlist, and because this is a two-parter, I'll be dittoing that, so the next episode will be releasing tomorrow. Also, I hope you like the new layout.
A wrecked boat on Berk? Yeah, there's something new. Let's go! We got it!
A fun intro, very reminiscent of later series, showing the continuous training they do with their dragons as a day-to-day thing. Both of Belcher given Toothless's noise for a split second.
Is that so?
Also, I love Hiccup's attitude being a bit teasing and a little bit competitive as well.
Stormfly's getting faster.
Let's just say I'm experimenting with what she eats.
We later find out that this is chicken, which doesn't really make sense. Chicken doesn't really give much more energy than fish. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. But changing out the food source wouldn't be too significant.
Apparently.
Those foot stomps are really loud.
Just remember, I saw it first, so it's mine. Remember, I get to keep her.
It's not about being misogynistic. I know that's kind of in his character, but what he says here is a little bit too far. The first appearance of Heather, a fan favourite in future series.
Watch this. Hookfang, get your butt over here!
They just didn't animate Stormfly taking off.
New saddle for Toothless. We're trying to get some extra speed so we can stay on top of Astrid and Stormfly.
Hiccup being nerdy.
Consider Berk your home.
Also him being very accommodating as well.
With a shorter connecting rod, it'll push you back in the saddle and make you more streamlined.
Hey yo, Heather being a little nerdy as well? God damn, the music. So good.
She thinks I'm jealous, which is completely ridiculous.
Although Astrid denies it, it's interesting to see that side of her character, as this is an aspect that we'll probably never ever see again.
Remember, I called you the pretty one.
Okay, yikes, that was quite creepy.
I don't think we should be showing her all our dragon secrets. Don't trust her. You shouldn't either.
Well, I do.
Although I understand why Hiccup isn't suspicious of Heather, I do think he's made too much of a stance. I feel like maybe initially he should have been a little bit more neutral. More along the lines of, well, I haven't seen anything. Not enough time has really passed for Hiccup to really get to know her, being like an evening and morning.
I'm kind of a log keeper. Log master, really.
Mr. Fishlegs, Logmaster of the Book of Dragons. I can call you that, can't I?
Okay, yeah, Heather, you're trying way too hard.
Ow!
Fishlegs, what did you just throw a rock at Meatlug for? I know he was trying to prove a point, but considering how much he loves Meatlug, it seems very out of character.
Little baby.
Oh.
Between you and me, I use it on date night. The ladies seem to love the smell.
What do you think you're doing?
A good way of using the ad break.
Are you gonna say something?
They use it as a slight time skip, obviously so Hiccup could get there, and it makes sense for a very slight repetition, because Hiccup is not even that repetitive. I don't know, I think that's just very well executed, compared to some other times where they just outright repeat dialogue.
I was having terrible nightmares.
I can imagine.
Okay, Hiccup has just gone full-on simp mode. I can understand him being a bit like, oh, girl, but to like completely ignore his like other crush.
Don't give me your innocent routine.
I wouldn't think of it. You're way too smart for that, Astrid.
Two things. One, why does she just drop the facade? She knows Astrid can see through her, but she still has plausible deniability, and this just outright confirms Astrid's suspicions. And honestly, you give way too much credit to Astrid, because the performance isn't the greatest. I can understand for everyone else being very naive about it, but for Hiccup as well?
Really? Where's the loyalty?
Yeah, what the heck, Stormfly? Seriously though, I do think Stormfly should have hesitated at least. The fact that Astrid is clearly angry at Heather, and you think Stormfly would be able to recognise that.
I think your dragon likes me.
Yeah, this is just very much of an Astrid moment. Also, it's kind of awfully convenient that Heather happened to be walking by and not even notice Astrid, and she's not even being quiet.
This is stupid.
What the? Astrid, why are you giving up? You know Heather's plotting something. She outright admitted it. Also, can we just appreciate Savage for a bit? I feel like he's very underrated in terms of villains. He kind of gets shafted to the sides in later episodes.
Heather is not working for the Outcast.
Yeah, this is the point where I really seriously disagree with the writers and how they're portraying Hiccup in this episode. They forced him to be so very with Heather, and not at all consider what Astrid is doing. I mean, yeah, he looked upstairs, but the fact that Astrid is coming up with such conviction, and them thinking her making it up is because she's jealous, I think is such a dumb reason. Because, yes, she is actually jealous, but she's not the type of person to wrongfully accuse someone or manipulate the situation because she feels that way. She'll probably just get her frustrations out in the forest. And the riders, especially Hiccup, should know this.
Good, because your life depends on it.
Also, I never mentioned this before because I've only just noticed it in this episode. Mark Hamill, always a win. Yeah, he voices Alvin.
She's gone. Stormfly. Little Miss Innocent stole my dragon.
Okay, how did you let Stormfly go away? You knew Heather was attempting to steal your dragon. Why didn't you, like, move her somewhere else or kept an eye on her at night or something? I don't know if it's just me, but America Ferrera's performance in this episode is really good.
How could she walk away from this?
I know I keep on laughing at the same sort of jokes. Shut up, it's funny. It's not loud. It's not loud funny when he's not being majorly misogynistic.
And is she ever gonna be sorry she helped me with Toothless's speed?
Comeuppance. Why are you feeding her chicken now? It's not like the mushrooms in Mario where you instantly get a speed boost.
Chicken? Is that what you've been—
Really? You want to talk about that now?
Couple goals, I guess.
I'm gonna pull right above her!
Love the plan.
Going somewhere?
Awful execution. Astrid, did you really need to do like a Marvel quip to announce that you're on back of Stormfly?
We just crossed into Outcast waters.
Hey, Astrid! You might want to move this along.
Yeah, Astrid, couldn't you just command Stormfly to turn around? Or just to stop flying forward? Oh, wow. Okay, is that just me or is that just a pretty shot? Sending up for Stormfly! Whoop whoop! Also, I really like the detail of Astrid actually, like, reaching out for Heather because she didn't actually want to harm her or knock her off. She just wanted to apprehend her.
I'm going after the girl!
I'm going after the book.
The two dichotomies of man, knowledge, woman.
We need to get that book.
We don't need that piece of dialogue. And it's actually genuinely fun to see that the riders actually lost for once. The outcasts win. Different from like the status quo.
Alvin has the Book of Dragons.
Also, it being the first two-parter, which are fun. +2. This episode was kind of weird in the sense of I felt pretty much every character was mischaracterized, apart from like Astrid. And the main conflict is a bit boring in the sense of, oh, because there's a new girl on the island, all the boys are interested in her and she's taken advantage of it. With only Astrid being able to see the truth. As I say, I can understand for a few of them, they really reached for Hiccup. In Heather's first appearance, she's not really much of a character. This is only the first part, we'll see more in the second. Thank you to all these people for making such a great episode and series. And thank you all for watching. As I said before, the next part should be out the next day, hopefully.